Eddie, obviously I don't want to take too much time today. I know we'll catch up in detail next week in Sheffield, but just some reactions obviously from last week. George Groves fought Chris Eubank Jr. I saw your tweet congratulating George, but disappointed with Chris?
No, I think a huge amount of credit and respect for Chris Eubank Jr. because he put it on the line. He didn't stop trying till the final bell. And massive respect to him because how he has got that far with no team and infrastructure, I will never know. And that shows you the heart and the will he's got, because technically he's all over the place. He has no trainer. How can you go and fight for a world title without a trainer? And the dad, it baffles me how someone so knowledgeable about the sport of boxing, or you would think he's knowledgeable about the sport of boxing, says that his son doesn't need a trainer because of his natural ability. What are you talking? Like, you can't win at world elite level if you do not have a trainer. He's never been taught. Anyone that moves at world level will beat Chris Eubank Jr. He has no jab. I mean, when you watch him hit the pads, he throws a bent arm jab. He's on the pads with his mate who runs a security company. I keep saying this, I don't mean any disrespect to that guy. He's not a trainer, but he stands there like that. And Junior's almost like turned into an internet fighter. So it's like, watch this, right, film this, you know, hitting those things. Like, what the fuck's that? Look at his sparring. I watch videos of his sparring, thinking, who are these guys? Again, no disrespect to them, but they're not world-class middleweights and super middleweights. The worst thing that probably happened to them was when they fell out of Adam Booth, because there's a trainer that could have taken him places. But if they don't change the team and the infrastructure, particularly the training team, he will never win a world title. And you know, they need to sit back. Everything with them is always about, oh, when am I out next? They'll be now plotting to try and get out like in 4 or 5 weeks. You're not going to improve. You need to step back, you need to rebuild your team and learn and grow as a fighter. Even if you didn't box for 6 months, it's not the end of the world. He's young, he's fresh, not young, but he's fresh. You know, he hasn't got a lot of miles on the clock. Physically, he's in great condition. But again, I'll give him props because I can't believe that you watch a guy like that. I give massive credit and respect to George Groves and Shane McGuigan. They were just much too smart. But he mugged him off. Groves didn't even really do anything. You know, he mugged him off with feints. He just moved to his right all night, and Eubank just followed him around swinging, and he'd get hit by the jab. And again, for the criticism of Senior, I respect Senior because he told his son how it was after the fight. You know, you saw the clips. Junior says, I think I won the fight. I said, no, you didn't. He didn't win it. He struggled to win 3 rounds.
And you've obviously worked with them previously. Who makes that decision?
Senior. It's all Senior. And it's embarrassing. It really is. Junior, he's not an idiot. He's a good, smart kid. And I'll tell you something as well. I'm a silver spoon kid, right? So's Chris Eubank Jr. It doesn't mean we spoil horrible brats. It just means we've grown up with the benefit of successful fathers who have managed to do well for themselves and give you a decent upbringing. The heart that he has and the dogfight in him for someone from that background is admirable, because that's normally the heart and dogfight you see from someone off the streets. Do you know what I mean? So what he has got is a brilliant will to win, a great engine. He is a star, but you just cannot operate at that level without a trainer. You've got Ronnie Davis there, who's a good trainer, but the ignorance in them won't even listen to Ronnie Davis. You know, you've got Chris Sanagar doing the cuts, and Senior just leaning over the rope saying, pressure him. Baffles me, it really does. And Junior's got to be the one with the nuts who comes out and says, do you know what, I need to get the team together here. Because they fluked the World Boxing Super Series. They were going nowhere. They were so fucked with their career, and they found the series. They got very well paid. But great, use that momentum. He is a star. He can be a star. He's very exciting to watch. So you've got momentum, but you have to build from the bottom, and you have to get a training team in place. It's mental.
Do you think inside though that those changes will be made?
Probably not. Probably not. But then they'll never operate at elite level. They cannot win. I mean, I was talking to Daniel Jacobs. Can you imagine Daniel Jacobs against Chris Eubank Jr.? Like, anyone that has the brain and the ability to box, again, not disrespectful to Junior, he just doesn't have it. He's never been taught it. He's just come out. Like, he didn't have the GB setup. He didn't win ABA championships. He weren't up at the podium squad. He just had a go. He won like the Haringey Box Cup, went out to the Golden Gloves, what he's achieved is incredible. But if he wants to be a great fighter, if he wants to be a world, you need a great coach. But you need to listen. Having a great coach, you look at people who've got great relationships with their coach. It's not, all right, coach, yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to do 3 rounds on the pads, then we're going to do a bit of sparring, and then I'm going to go home. It's almost like, yes, sir, well, you know, to your coach. Joshua's got it with McCracken. Frotch had it with him as well. You know, Josh Kelly, Ryan Burnett with Adam Booth. It's complete worship of that man and the trust to do whatever he tells you to do. And that's why in fights, when you're up against it and you run out of ideas, you need someone that is going to tell you what you need to do. You know, look, he just keeps moving to his right, or look, he's feinting you with a jab. Don't wait, or so. But no one said it. All they said was pressure him. To be honest,
what do you make of Prince Nassim's comment?
Hilarious. I mean, I don't think broadcasters will be rushing to use him again, but fans are desperate to use him again. You know what I mean? Because it was like,
comedy
you have to understand that in a TV world, that was a nightmare for the channel. But from a fan's world, it was absolutely golden. Like lines like "you're either good at boxing or you're not." I mean, that's going to go down as an iconic line. At the end, anything else to say, "Alicia, I love you, baby." But I think what happened was he would have had something in his ear, and he probably heard everyone laughing, and he probably thought, "Do you know what? I'm just going to go with this now. What's next for Chris Eubank Jr.? You know what? I think you should leave it." It's like, what? Leave it? You know, he's just lost for a world title. But it was good. It was good. You know, it was a decent fight. It wasn't a great, but you know, it was entertaining.
Did you understand? Obviously, there were so many other fighters, Billy Joe, Kell Brooks, to name a few, that were James DeGale on Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you think that was fair of what they were saying?
Look, I mean, Kell's not really like that, but he gave him a load of criticism after the Spence fight, and it hurt Kell. You know, to call Kell Brook a quitter when he snapped his eye socket against Errol Spence, and he went out in that 10th round with a busted eye socket and stuck it on him. That's not on. So yeah, they wanted to say something. Billy Joe, DeGale, you can't dish it out and not expect to take it. But you know, I think let's look at the positives and the negatives. The positives are there's certain things that Junior's got that is exceptional, and he has a lot of heart. And let's look at the negatives, which are his team are a joke, and it's just, what sort of guidance is that? You know, Chris Eubank Jr. talks about, senior, I can guide fighters into champion. Absolute bollocks. You couldn't guide, I mean, like, what? How can you say you can guide a fight? You don't even let this kid who's going to have a world championship fight have a trainer. It's mental, and that, you know, it's like swanning around, yeah, we're in this house, while other people are away working and being smart. And Junior needs to wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late.